Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the LA Chargers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Chargers. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, Tim? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for a team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. They begin the drive with Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Throwing is Wilson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Anytime you sack Russell Wilson, that's a win for the defense. But to get him here on his opening drive of the ball game, that's a really big win for that defense.
And the goal every week, keep him in the pocket. Don't let him get to the perimeter, because when he's in the open field, not only can he hurt you, but also you lose sight of receivers downfield, and they'll hurt you with big plays.
That one deep for London. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers will take over possession here up at the 44. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 5. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. It's reeled in downfield by Johnston. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. Down to about the 22 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Here's Herbert. Williams brings it in. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Eckler. Touchdown, Chargers. Point after here coming up. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
The second down and 10 there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. On 4th down, it's Riley Dixon on now to kick it away for Denver. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well,
that's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Broncos are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 46. Off play action. Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers' 14-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. This is 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Looking to throw. Wilson. Quick throw, finding Dulcich. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it looking at a 4th down and 2. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Charger drive about to get going. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. The guy's man complete. A big play there for LA. 57 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Eckler again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Third down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. Here's Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers add 6 to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They run it again with Williams. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Davis now to return it. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Touchdown! Mike Williams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And they're going to speed things up here. From the 50, here's Herbert. Steps away to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On third down, Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. That one deep for London. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Derwin James with a pick. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Right side, it's Manhurts, the tight end. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. This 2nd and 4. Mims in motion right. On second down, Williams. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ballgame, Charles. And you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only...
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. .43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might always be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now. And I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory. Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, Piper?
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 32 on the play.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Herbert off of play action. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. I got to think at this point, third quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Play action. Now Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And they'll run on the inside handoff. There he goes, right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Charger drive about to get going. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They mark him down at the 39. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 22 more yards there and another first down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Herbert now. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Herbert. And he will find his man on the outside. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. And quickly they get to the line. Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The Broncos on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. 3rd and 4. More from L.A. in a moment. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And now they're in the hurry-up. from the gun. Herbert on third down. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. And he's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Los Angeles, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.